right, whenever you are ready.
Has anyone in here ever seen or heard about the movie Masterminds? Or for those of you who hasn't, it's a comedic film that portrays one of the largest bank heists in American history. Hi, my name is Millie and I'm here to tell you about this film and the true story it covers. This movie shows the viewer how the heist went step by step, but with comedy to uplift and make the story more engaging, which is what makes it one of my favorites. So now let's jump into the details of this movie, its plot, the making behind it, and what makes it one of my favorites. So this movie was directed by Jared Hess, and the cast for this film included the American comedian actors Zach Galifianakis, who played David Gant, Kristen Wiig, who played Kelly Campbell, Jason Sudeikis playing Michael Aaron McKinney, Kate McKinnon, who plays Jandis, and Owen Wilson playing Steve Eugene Chambers. So this film was produced by 3 different companies, and according to Wikipedia, Relativity Media was the main producer for this film. Although Broadway Video and Michaels Golden also helped with this production. So the movie's runtime for it is 1 hour and 35 minutes, and it is rated PG-13. The cost to make this movie was a total of $25 million, and according to Rotten Tomatoes, the rating is a 30%, which I disagree with. I think it's one of the funniest movies I've seen. So Mastermind begins with David Gant, an armored car guard that is persuaded by his crush/co-worker, Kelly Campbell, to rob Loomis Fargo. Altogether, $17 million is stolen by a group of criminals led by Steve Chambers. Soon after the robbery, Gant is lured into a scheme where he flees with his money but is betrayed, resulting in an escape investigation. Something interesting about the making of this movie is the cast and crew produced a weekly newspaper on set called the Actors Gazette. It featured jokes, puzzles, and interviews. And another interesting piece of information from the Loomis Fargo heist is more than $2 million was never recovered from the $17 million stolen. I would give the narrative/dialogue a 4 out of 5 star rating because there's always humor and there's no misconception of what the characters are saying. I think the storyline is developed really well. Secondly, I would rate the soundtrack a 4 out of 5 stars also because the music choice and sound effects make the movie more thrilling and entertaining. Overall, I would rate this movie a 9 out of 10 because I love how it covers a true story while using comedy to make it more engaging, and I also love the style of humor. I think this film would appeal to any comedy film lovers. I say this because the entire film is filled with jokes and scenes to make you laugh from beginning to end. So now that I've covered all the details about this film, I want to end with some concluding thoughts. Overall, I think this is a very well put together comedic film, along with the great ability to portray the second largest bank heist in American history. I would consider it to be one of my favorite films, and I would recommend that all of you guys watch it, even though some of you might think it's just stupid humor. It's one of my favorites. And lastly, I want to thank everyone for listening, and I'm excited to hear what the rest of you guys have to say. Thank you.